Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Sarah. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. So today we are going to be talking about I don't know, just like some body image sort of stuff. I've kind of written down some notes because I do sometimes tend to get a little bit off track in these videos. And then I also forget like what I want to talk about, and then I miss out on a bunch of shit, and I'm like, well, I should have fucking written a list. So I've got a list. Where is it? Do I have a list? I'm pretty sure I wrote a list. I've got too much shit in here. Okay, yeah, I do have a list. But yeah, so I just want to come on here and do that really quick because I think it's really important to talk about body image, and it is something that affects so many people, not just girls, boys too. Literally, it affects everybody at some point in their life. If it's a really brief thing or a really long-term thing, people go through it. So we're going to do that. First, I want to just go straight from what you guys want to know, because I'm going to go to my comment section of my last video, depending on when this goes up, my workout video. And I'm just gonna take some of the questions you guys have been asking there and answer them. Some of them aren't really about like body image necessarily, but I'm just gonna answer the questions. Even though I've answered them in the comments, it's just easier to have it all in one video. So also, I just thought I would do this in a completely raw state. My bed's not made. I've just got out of the shower, my hair's wet, no makeup, in sweatpants and a sweater. If you haven't seen my last workout video, feel free to go check it out, or don't. Do as you wish. Bro, the positivity on that video is so fucking, like, it's fucking divine. I'm like, y'all gonna make me cry. Let's see. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, a few people asked about whether or not I was on a diet or doing any sort of dieting in that video, and no, this is a topic that I wanted to talk about in this video, so I'm just going to talk about it right now. I didn't do any dieting. I don't really believe in dieting. I am currently like kind of vegetarian. What I mean by that is I'm doing like 5 days a week full vegetarian, and then 2 days, if I want, like at most, if I want to, I'll just like have meat in one meal, because I really do enjoy meat. So yeah, but I don't really think that's like necessarily dieting. Let's search up the definition of a diet. Yeah, so it's like basically restricting yourself from eating certain foods, and I don't really believe in that. It's kind of hypocritical because I'm saying that I'm cutting out meat. People who go into dieting think about cutting out complete sugar, cutting out all meat, all dairy. Like, they cut out so much shit and restrict themselves from eating so much stuff. Like, it's never gonna work. Like, you probably won't really last on it, or you can get yourself into really bad habits, and I don't really believe in that. I don't think it's good for anybody. Cutting out full food groups like instantly just doesn't really work, and I don't really think it's a good idea. That's why I'm slowly getting off meat, or I'm just gonna try to do like a month. And yeah, that's kind of like my standpoint on dieting, as well as like weighing yourself. I do not weigh myself because I don't think that my worth can be determined on a scale. And although it can be good to keep track of your weight for like medical reasons, it really depends on the person. But I'm not really focused on losing, like, I'm not like, I'm gonna lose 10 kilos and I'm gonna be really skinny. I'm just like, I'm going to commit myself to a challenge. I'm going to complete that challenge, and if I see change, great, but I know that I'm going to feel change within myself. I'm going to know that like I just feel better, and it helps with my mental state so much. So yeah, I don't weigh myself, and I don't diet or cut out food groups completely. I hope I explained that well. But yeah, a lot of people were wondering that, and if you want to go on a diet, that is completely up to you. I just don't think it is a really good idea. But I can't stop you. And also, like, people apparently, so this one person said that people are saying that the workout only works if you go on a diet, and it's not true, because in that video I wasn't dieting. I was eating the regular food that I would eat, and although that is usually pretty clean, like my mum's a bit of a health freak, we don't have a whole lot of sugar in the house all the time, but like I would definitely go out on the weekends, like with my friends, go driving around and eat shitty food. The workout worked for me personally without doing dieting, but I feel like you should remember that every single body is different, and this, if you are choosing to do that exact workout challenge, that it's going to work differently for everybody. So what works for me might not work for you. It's kind of just finding your own rhythm of things, and I think that's really important. So if that challenge doesn't work for you, don't beat yourself up over it. Just find something new. You'll find something for you, and I promise it'll be great. People ask for like advice for staying consistent. For me, I feel like, because I was doing like a 2-week challenge, right? I'd set it up, I'd written it down that I was going to do, and I was marking it off every day when I would do the challenge. Every video I would mark off that I'd done that, and that was quite helpful to like stay on track, and knowing that there is like going to be an end to this challenge really helped. When you're doing something you don't like, it's always good to know that it's going to end at some point. So it's like when you're like my 2020 year like resolution is going to be that I'm going to work out, I'm going to get super fit, but then it's kind of like, so I tried to explain this, and I explained it kind of terribly. What I was trying to say was, when you set up like your New Year's resolution and you say that you're going to work out, like whatever, you're not really creating a structure. You're just like putting it out there, like I'm going to work out, but you're not really setting a challenge. So setting a challenge, giving it structure, planning it out can really help you to push through it, if that makes sense. So it's like, you know, when you're coming down to like the last like 5 days or the last day, and you can really push through that, and it just like, it can really help you keep motivated and to just get through it, because you know that's not going to like last months. You know there's going to be an end, and then you can have a break, and then you can go into something else. So that can be really helpful. I hope I explained that a bit better. So I would say like planning out your workout, if that makes sense. I hope that made sense. But planning your workout can be really, really helpful. As well as doing it with a friend can be very motivating, as well as, say, if you like tell your friend that you're doing it, if you're like, I'm gonna do this workout, and then it's kind of like, if I am slacking a day and you notice, let me know in a nice way please that I'm slacking. And then it's kind of like you just bounce off other people, because I feel like when like for me personally, when I tell someone I'm gonna do something, I'm kind of like, oh shit, I have to do it now. So, but also don't drag yourself through it. If you don't feel like doing it one day, don't fucking do it, and then go on the next day. Another good thing to just try and cut out, don't say I'll do it tomorrow, because you're probably not going to do it tomorrow, and then it's like you're just going to keep saying that you're not going to do it. Saying I'm going to do it tomorrow is your worst enemy, for real, because I'm a bitch who does that, and then I don't do it tomorrow, and then I'm like, well, fuck, because it's always so much easier. Like I was talking about this with my dad today while I was driving, and I was just like, he was like, it's so much easier to just like grab a drink, sit down, enjoy your afternoon, instead of like going for a run or going for a walk or doing a workout, whatever. Like it's just so much easier to just sit down and do nothing. But you just need to push yourself and do it. Know your limits as well though. Don't go overboard. Don't push yourself too hard, like if you don't feel like your body can handle it. Also, if you are someone who is brand new to working out, you don't work out at all, which is completely fine. Like the point is that you're starting. But if you aren't someone who works out at all, do not go into a challenge and be like, okay, I'm gonna do like an hour of just a full intense workout, like a HIIT workout, because you're gonna be so drained after it, and you're just gonna be like, well, why the fuck would I put myself through that tomorrow? And you're gonna be so sore, and it's just not gonna be good. So basically, like I said, set a plan and slowly build up, okay? Start with like 20 minutes a day and then just slowly bump up, okay? Because you don't think that you're going to be so amazing the first time you start working out, because it is hard. Like, it's not easy. Working out fucking sucks. Actually, I kind of like it now, but it's hard. It is. Okay, let's see if there's any more questions. A lot of people just asked about the diet. Someone asked if I did both videos every day. I did the whole program, so not just the like 2-week, what was it? What was the video called? Not like the main video that everybody does. I did the full program. I went and searched Chloe Ting on Safari or Google or whatever, and I did the full program, which sometimes varied from like 2 videos to like 4 videos a day. It really depends. Oh, somebody asked how long I rested in between, what did they say? Rested in between videos, because they're not sure how long to rest. It really depended on the day, because some days, especially towards the end, I was just like so unmotivated. I was fucking tired. I was like tired of doing the same workouts every day. I was over it. And so I would take my phone in and do the workout. I decided to actually leave my phone in my room for the new challenge that I'm starting, because then I won't get distracted. I can just knock the workout off. But yeah, like towards the end of the challenge, in between videos, I would like just go on TikTok. I'm like, oh yeah, let me be here for like 2 minutes, and then I'm sitting there for like 10 minutes just scrolling through TikTok, and I'm like, my bad. But yeah, it really depended. Sometimes I would just like go days where I'm like, I'm just gonna knock this shit off, and I would wait like a minute in between videos just to catch my breath, have a little bit of water, sit down, breathe. Sometimes in the first few, I was like dying in between videos, and I would take like literally, I would sit there for 10 minutes just like, what the fuck was that? But it really depends. It depends on how you feel, how motivated you are, how you're feeling on the day, you know. Just don't overwork yourself. Take the break if you need to take the break. But yeah, somebody said, did my arms get any smaller? I didn't really notice. I didn't really pay too much attention to my arms. My arms have always been quite big, like since I was younger, because I played softball, so I did a lot of throwing. But I didn't really notice my arms got smaller. It's not something that I'm like super insecure about. So it's like, whereas I would notice if my stomach got smaller, because it's something that I'm like looking at like, ha, fuck off, bitch. But my arms, I'm just like, yeah, whatever, they are what they are. They don't get in the way. So I don't know. If you can see it in the video, let me know. Okay, let's just go through some of the things that I've written down, because I'm realizing that this video is actually really long, but I can do a part 2 if you would like a part 2. I would love to keep sharing information and my personal opinions on all these things. Also, keep in mind, these are all my personal opinions, and I'm not an expert at any of this by any means. So if you really want to know, ask someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about, because that is not really me, if I'm being honest with you. Oh yeah, this is something I want to talk about. The way that you talk to yourself matters. And you might be like, what do you mean? Okay, think about this, think about this, think about this. When you talking to your friend, when your friend's like feeling down and you're like hyping that bitch up, you're like, you look amazing, you're beautiful, and you're just like really letting her know that you love her. And it's like, and she's like, oh shit, you're right, you're right. You do realize that if you talk to yourself like that, you're gonna start to feel a little bit better. And that's the truth. Because if you were to say to your friend, oh my god, you look fucking disgusting, she's gonna feel like shit. So why are you going into the mirror and being like, you look like shit, and then you feel disgusting and feel like shit? You say how it's like, treat yourself as a friend. Wisdom. But yeah, also hyping yourself up when you're working out, period. Y'all should all be doing that. Like when you're working out and you're like struggling, you're coming down to like the last minute or 2 of that HIIT workout, and you're like, I don't want to keep jumping, I don't want to do any more of these fucking stupid ass jumping jacks, and I don't want to do any more push-ups, I want to be left alone. You know what you're doing? you're talking to yourself. I'm like jumping like this. I did work out yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it was the day before that. It was the first day of my new challenge, and I was like doing these jump jacks, like, you can fucking do it. This isn't even hard. You can do it. You're so strong. And I'm like talking to myself. I was also home alone, so it like felt like less awkward, because if people were here, I'd be like, it helped. I was like, oh shit, dang, you right? And I'm like jumping. I'm like, this don't even hurt no more. But it genuinely helps. So I would recommend that everybody tries doing that. There's like, I've like written down like talking about my struggles, but I don't really know if I want to do that in this video. I feel like that'll take too long. Like that's like a whole video in itself, I think. We also have to remember, I'm just going to talk about like social media part of things. I think we have to remember that I think the people that we follow largely influences the way that we feel about ourselves. So I'm not someone who follows like 1,000 models. I'm probably following like 300 people at most, because I don't really feel the need to follow people that aren't benefiting my life, like when I'm looking at their shit. And if I'm friends with you and I don't follow you, I'm sorry. I probably went on a crazy ass cleanse and like unfollowed you, and I really didn't mean to. I do it a lot. But yeah, I just decided like literally 2 weeks ago, like, I'm just gonna start following like people that just are sharing positive shit. And I think there's a girl named Florence Given, I think that's her name, I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, but she has this book that I really want to buy, and she's just like really amazing. And this is another other girl, I'll put it on the screen because I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're just really amazing. They're sharing stuff about body positivity, and it's just super important. Like when I wake up in the morning and I click on their stories, and they're just sitting there and they're talking about like being positive with the way that they feel in their own body, and I'm like, that's the type of shit I need when I wake up in the morning. So, but yeah, just following people who are sharing information and sharing love, and who make you feel good about yourself and who you care about, is just really important. I think that's like my last tip. I think I've talked about everything that I want to talk about. Hey, so I just wanted to come on and quickly say that please remember that you do not have to change yourself at all to be more beautiful, because you're all already beautiful. And I genuinely mean that. You don't have to change your body, okay? It's all about the mind, alright? Being beautiful on the inside is what matters. And I know that is such a fucking basic thing to say, but it's true, and you should all believe that. You should all spread that. So, love y'all. But I really hope that this helped in some sort of way. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. But yeah, if you like me, subscribe. And yeah, you can follow my social media if you wish. I'm really trying to start to share more positivity, more body positivity, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, hopefully I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Love you. Also, thank you for like 300 subscribers. Tee. Okay, bye. Love you.